Welcome back, everybody, to our Shining the Spotlight series. And we are kicking off our full season with a very, very, very special episode. It's a Nordic Women in Tech Awards special episode. And this community is an initiative that we are so proud to support and we have done for many years. And Plamena is a familiar face to the channel, so you may recognize her or her voice. And Plamena, we love to support you. Thank you so much for your time. I know it's super busy right now, everything going on, planning, organizing. But please, for anybody that is new here, I'd love for you just to introduce yourself.
First of all, Ailey, thank you very much for having me again. We just said it a little earlier before the recording started that this is the third time we're doing this, and I'm looking forward to the many more. But yes, my name is Plamena, and I'm the co-founder of Nordic Women in Tech Awards. I have been within the tech industry for many years, so I'm definitely not new within the industry. Nordic Women in Tech Awards will have its sixth edition this year, so it's been quite of a journey, and I know we'll be talking more about this, but. Starting with five people that just had a dream and a vision to suddenly 13,000 in 6 years has been a challenge, but also probably the biggest adventure for me and Katja, the other co-founder of the organization. So yeah, we're excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And for anybody who's interested in learning more about Plamena's journey herself, there is an Equal Inspired podcast episode. So we encourage you to check this out because her journey has been really inspirational and that passion that she has to help others. You learn more about that along the way. But today is, of course, all about Nordic Women in Tech Awards and the journey that you've been on with your wonderful co founder and everybody else in the team whose energy is just so great and positive and empowering. But for anybody again new here, what are the Nordic Women in Tech Awards?
Nordic Women in Tech Awards is, first of all, it's a nonprofit organization, official nonprofit organization. We're entirely 100% volunteer based. And the goal or aim of Nordic Women in Tech Awards is to feature more role models for next generations. It's about celebrating the achievements of those that are already in the industry, that have been there for years, for basically paving the path to others, celebrating the achievements, feature them, feature their successes. And I would also say failures because I think this is your biggest learning, right? You learn more from failure than from success. But it's basically making sure that next generations have someone they can look up to.
Speaking about failures is also really important. We talk about this so much, but failure is the best teacher. And I think that we live in a world kind of still to some extent, especially with like social media platforms where there's this idea of perfection and we all need to have it all figured out. We all need to get things right 100%. And if we don't, because comparison is the thief of joy, we feel like we have failed. But one thing that I think is great is being at the events myself over the years, you get to learn about people's challenges, like where they have failed, and you create a support system. You learn how they overcome that. And it's never nice, of course, to hear somebody go through tough times and challenges, but to see them come out the other side and to be that support system is really a nice feeling.
At the end of the day, we have one life, right? You can't really wait for the perfect moment because it almost never comes. And sometimes it's just like, just jump into it and try it out. And I think if fear is your biggest showstopper for all the things that you can achieve in life, yeah, you just keep waiting, right? For the fear to be gone and for the perfect moment to arrive. And it never does, to be honest. So sometimes you just need to take the risk and try and see where it leads.
That's so true. What was your biggest fear when you set out to create Nordic Women in Tech Awards? And how did actually the reality of doing it compare to the fear that you had?
Fear, I don't. Yeah, maybe I can say that it was a fear, but for me it was more about opening the eyes of people, primarily the Nordics, because and by day it's actually a challenge still. I don't want to say that it's a fear because it's definitely not a fear anymore, but it started as a fear because I kept at the time hearing, oh, know your audience before you start something, and I knew my audience, but it was more, I know where the problem is. I know where and what we want to change. But it's very difficult to open your eyes. If you haven't been in my shoes, you'd never know how I felt, what I'm struggling with, what I'm trying to change. So helping people become more tolerant towards things they don't understand was a fear at the beginning, and by day it's still a challenge, but we're getting there. That's why we still have Nordic Women in Tech Awards. That's why we have so many initiatives that are trying to open the eyes of not only individuals but also corporate organizations out there, that they need to invest in initiatives like that externally and internally as well within their own organizations. It's a whole mentality change. You just it's something that we've been living with for centuries, and we expect to change it within a few years. That's definitely not going to happen fast, but it's happening. We're getting there.
Your story, Plamena, and Nordic Women in Tech Awards is a great example of having fear initially, but that fear then becoming fuel to want to keep going and to want to strive. And also that whole idea of being afraid, having a little bit of a fear about something that you're going into and creating, but doing it anyway. And in you doing it anyway, look what you've created. You've got your sixth gala coming up. You've got a community of over 13,000 people, many events that you're hosting. So I just want to celebrate you, first of all, and the idea of letting fear go, being afraid, but doing it anyway.
It's so crucial. I think sometimes, like, for many of us, it's the fear that stops us from chasing our dreams. Whether it's personal dream, or whether it's a dream career path, all those fears, all those doubts. Like, you know what? I realize the biggest motivation I get is from the community. It's actually the biggest motivation I get is from them. They're the ones that are giving you this empowerment. It's really the empowerment. You can do it. Just you pass through it. It's just a moment, and then you will see it will be completely different on the other side. So you get a lot of those, and especially you, Ailey, you have been at the Nordic Women Tech Awards for the past 3 years. You feel the energy in the room. It's just like it. I can't explain it. You need to be there and feel it, because it's out of this world. Honestly, that's how I feel every time we're at the gala. All these absolutely outstanding individuals that are at the gala. It's yeah, it's breathtaking.
I don't think there are quite enough words to describe how magical the experience is, and actually feeling quite overwhelmed with emotion when you're in the room and you're around all these people and you're celebrating all these achievements. It really is quite an emotional experience as well, because you just think, wow, like this is so important, this is so special. Of course, we could, I think, talk literally for months and years as to why this is so needed and so important. But for you, like, what are some of the core reasons why Nordic Women in Tech Awards is so important, is so needed, from what you've seen firsthand and experienced?
Oh, for me, honestly, I think being surrounded by such a powerful community is what keeps you moving. We need communities like that, because all of us, whether it's on a personal or career level, we go through a lot of challenges, and we'll go through a lot of challenges daily. And I must say, this community has saved me also on personal level many times. Knowing that there's actually someone out there whom I can contact right away, and whom I know that will be there for me, whatever challenge I go through, because you meet people. Sometimes you feel that you feel completely alone when you're struggling with something. And we forget that we are not. How many people are there on earth? We know that there's no way we're the only ones struggling with something. And being part of a community so authentic, where people really want to support one another, it's so crucial. I had so many cases where, especially last year, and I'm completely honest now with your audience as well here, and our community. I've had cases where I was just like, you know what, I'm done. I can't handle it anymore, because having full-time job, trying to um build your career within the tech industry, which is not easy at all. At the same time, trying to balance with your personal life. Um, you have family to take care of as well. You have a partner, and all this is just like on your shoulders. And sometimes it could be that so many things happen at the same time, and you feel like completely crushed. running a 100% volunteer-based community, it's also really taking a lot of dedication and responsibility as well. So all this, it's kind of sometimes a cloud that is just on top, and you're like, how do I want to chase the sun. I want to find the sun again. And you have these moments, and there's no way you can avoid them because this is life. Is not just one straight line. But knowing that you have the community out there, and people out there that you can reach out to and simply just go out for a coffee. I mean, we don't want them to solve our problems. Obviously, we should be the ones taking care of that. But just having someone to talk to, it's so incredibly crucial. And this, honestly, this community has saved me so many times, um, personally. I wouldn't give give up on the community ever because I have gotten so much. Even that yes, I'm investing a lot of my time, but I'm receiving a lot more. It's just absolutely rewarding being part of a community like that.
So special, and like you say, even in the darkest of days where everything is so consuming and overwhelming, that is that element of light, just knowing you can talk to someone, you have that support. And this is why the Nordic Women in Tech Awards, what you've built, is so great. And this year, the celebrations, they kick off in Helsinki, so we're finally ticking Finland off the list. I think that's in a full house.
Yeah, it's the final Nordic round. It is exciting. I've never been to Finland before.
It's coming round fast, but it kicks off the celebrations on the 9th of October, and I know you've got a special 2-day packed agenda with so much Nordic Women in Tech Awards goodness. So I just want to dive into that for our audience as well, for what they can expect. Firstly, what's new for Nordic Women in Tech Awards 2025?
Previous years we had side events as well. This year, for the very first time, we actually have a conference. So on the 10th of October, during the day before the Gala Ceremony, together with all our partners and sponsors this year, we're going to host a mini conference or summit, we call it, where we welcome all our guests, but also students to join some of the sessions. There will be a lot of hands-on sessions, speeches, workshops, where our partners will be talking about different topics, from basically how cybersecurity to AI, analytics, talent acquisition, and all that. So I'm pretty sure that everyone will be able to find something that they will want to hear more about at the conference. There will be, I think, 12 sessions from our partners. They come with their own topics, of course, but and speakers. But for us, it's important that we stay within the value, mission, and vision, basically, of Nordic Women in Tech Awards, making sure that it's within the tech industry topics, within diversity inclusion. It could be recruiting and technology, it could be entrepreneurship, it could be anything, but as long as it's within the scope of Nordic Women in Tech Awards.
This is a really cool benefit of being a partner of Nordic Women in Tech Awards too then. So you actually have the chance not only to be at the gala, to have access to your uh, a huge network of great people now, but you get that opportunity to showcase what you're doing as a company and shine the light on your own employees by having them do talks, panel discussions, workshops, whatever that may be. So this is a really great benefit of being a partner too. It goes way beyond just the gala.
Absolutely. And this is what we wanted, because at the end of the day, we want, of course, to celebrate the amazing role models of 2025 and the Nordic tech scene, but we want to network. We want to also learn more. And becoming a partner or a sponsor of Nordic Women in Tech Awards gives the opportunity to connect with our talent pool and the opportunity to actually get access to students, because our talent pool are not just the professional women, right? Our talent pool are actually students as well. We have a lot of mentors and role models that could easily be um, from the rest of the population on Earth, the other half of the population on Earth. So it's not, I know that it's a stereotype that whenever you see women in a title of either an event or organization, you automatically think, oh, this is only for women. Definitely not the case. Nordic Women in Tech Awards has always been open to everyone. And definitely we want to expand this year so we could give more opportunities for us, part of the community, but also for those outside of the community to expand their knowledge as well, not only their network.
I really love how diverse the community actually is. Yes, the term women is in the title, Nordic Women in Tech Awards, but there's always so much diversity in terms of age, gender, nationality, you name it, right? At the conference, at the gala, in the community. And you showcase that through one of the awards that you have too. There's an Ally of the Year award. I have been the proud presenter of that award, and it's always really nice to see so many people from different walks of life in that category, right? So it's not just women who are winning these awards too. We celebrate and recognize those people that go above and beyond to support women in this space too, because that is also important.
It's crucial. I keep saying that all of us, in spite of ethnicity, gender, it doesn't matter where you even come from. It absolutely doesn't matter. As long as you have this in you to support others and lift others up, everyone can be an ally. Everyone can be a mentor. I myself had male mentors when I was following my career path, even during my education, and I'm so grateful. I even gave an example a few days ago when we had this the role models night in Norway. But when I was at university, being the only woman in my class, I felt like a drop in the ocean, and I honestly I gave up the first semester. I dropped off simply because I didn't feel supported enough. I felt like I had so many doubts. I didn't want to not that I didn't want to put the effort. I wanted to put the effort, but when you have this feeling that you are an outsider, it's just you're lacking the motivation to keep going and keep moving. And then when I tried the second semester, I met one of my classmates at the time. He was in my program as well. And I remember one day he came to me and he said, "Listen, you're better than you think you are." And you know what? That's all I needed. So sometimes it's just one sentence and it makes such a difference in people's life. Knowing that I had a support from him during my education, it meant the world. So yes, absolutely everyone can be an ally and a mentor and a role model.
I light up when I hear that story from yourself because I resonate deeply with that with my co-founder, for example, as well. You know, Jonathan, that was someone who really helped to reignite a spark out of me when that had gone out where I felt like I didn't belong. And I spoke about that at the first Nordic Women in Tech Awards in Gothenburg when I was very fortunate and lucky enough to present on stage. So thank you always for that opportunity, Plamena. I really appreciate that. Just going back to the conference, because this is something that's new and very exciting, and I know that there's lots going on at that time. What would be your advice to folks who are planning on attending for networking or having conversations with new people, approaching people? Because that can be kind of scary, you know?
Absolutely. I think it's honestly your goal. What do you want to achieve? What do you want to get out of a conference or of an event in general? Because this is why we had so many different side events this year, because we wanted to make sure that we give opportunity whatever you feel would benefit you the most to attend that one. And I know we mentioned the conference. The conference is very much different sessions that can expand your or broaden your knowledge within the tech industry. Maybe you want to change a career path. It could be moving from one career path to another, and you want to move, let's say, from recruiting in technology or entrepreneurship. You want to move more towards software development. So this is a great opportunity to meet people that have already done that, and they can give you a lot of tips on how to move forward, how to take the next steps. Simply just learn something new, right? So this is this is important if you want to, if this is what you want to benefit. But also if you mentioned that, of course, we have plenty of possibilities to just network with others. So if you don't want to get into a conference, then you have the possibility to just go out, go to the other events, such as the retreat day that we're going to have at the sauna, pure networking, relaxation, because sometimes our bodies and minds, they need to relax because we know how much we put up with on daily basis. So sometimes we just need to take some time for ourselves. So that's a great opportunity to just network and meet people that share the same stories or have the same interest, and just get to know others. And then we have the Gala ceremony where we're going to have a nice dinner and celebrate the outstanding role models in the Nordic tech scene this year. And then those actually of our guests that are coming from Finland, on the day after the gala ceremony, one of our volunteers is going to do a sightseeing walking tour in Helsinki. So those that are coming from outside Helsinki, this is a great opportunity to explore Helsinki.
This is great. I have always loved the idea of the Women in Tech Retreat Day because I think it's really nice to be able to build a connection with someone in a very different environment, right? A much more relaxed environment. And I believe was 2024 in Oslo the first time that you hosted a similar retreat?
I mean, we've always wanted to do something like that before, and probably we're going to keep the tradition going, and we'll probably do it later on more often, not only around the gala ceremony. But yeah, the idea came last year. It was purely because we thought that, you know what, sometimes we just need to chill. We just need to relax, take everything off your mind, get into the sauna, go grab a snack, talk to super authentic and nice people, get your motivation and energy back. We need that, we forget that we need that. We sometimes need to take a step back from all the emails and your inboxes and your phone. Just leave it for 2 hours. It doesn't take that long, right? It's just 2 hours. Because if you see how much you're doing throughout the year and then you're having just a few weeks of vacation, how many hours weekly are you dedicating for yourself, for your body and mind? How many weekly? Because we forget. Because it's all about, oh, check, 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 check. I have done that and that and that. But have you done something for yourself? I myself, I'm not doing that. And I'm learning. So I think having sharing this kind of retreat day with our communities a reminder that we should do it more often and not only once a year, but rather once a week at least.
It's a really important reminder, though, and it's a really nice touch. And last year, that being the first time, tell us about that. Was there any connections that you saw that surprised you, or like what kind of feedback did you get from attendees?
We have actually such a great example. We went to the retreat day. We have I yeah, I have to find a photo somewhere, but it was just breathtaking, honestly. It was so amazing because we went to the retreat day. We met awesome people that came specifically for the gala ceremony, flew from different Nordic countries. We sat together, we enjoyed the entire day from saunas to pools, talking about different things, talking about life. We didn't even talk that much about work. It was purely talking about our lives, where we are, what we want to achieve, where we want to go, and it was so, so inspiring. We keep in touch by day, and actually the first person we met at the moment we got in the area, the pool, was the person whom we organized the Role Models Night in Copenhagen with 2 weeks ago. So you see how you build relationships. It's so crucial that you get to know people. And this contact of ours, Cecilia, she's absolutely amazing human being. She found her mentor during the Nordic Women in Tech Awards, her career advisor. And I think this is actually the whole idea behind this community. Meet people, build relationships, do something amazing together, something memorable, something meaningful. I'm looking forward to this year's spa. Let's see what miracles will come out of there.
Yeah, yeah, that's so exciting, so exciting. I know Cecilia, and she's amazing too, really wonderful person, and it really does just highlight how valuable, again, this initiative, this community is, because you do make so many important connections, and they continue, right? That's what I really like about this community. It isn't just like a kind of one and done thing. You really feel that like you become a part of something, and that is all throughout the year too. Just on the events that you did, the role model events, because I know you've done one in Oslo and Denmark, and this is kind of new for Nordic women in tech also, and Finland, of course. um for anybody who might be interested in helping you host something like that, what does that look like? What is requirements and things like that?
The Role Models Night is basically keeping the local communities connected because, of course, Nordic Women Tech Awards, we go from one Nordic country to another every year. So last year we were in Norway. We're not coming back to Norway anytime soon, but we want to continue and keep the community in Norway engaged, keep them connected. And this is when I say community, this is all our partners, sponsors, judges, nominees. This is everyone within the Nordic Women in Tech local communities. And Role Models Night is pure celebration of, I would say, local role models. It's not only connecting them, but also celebrating their achievements. We have like over 700 nominations for Nordic Women in Tech Awards every year. And what you see at the ceremony is just a very small piece of all the achievements of our role models. And having them, celebrating them locally is also an opportunity for us to showcase them even more and promote them as mentors, role models, connect them with those that are just taking their very first steps within the tech industry. I mentioned already the case with Cecilia and her mentor, but this is what we want to keep doing. So it's a great possibility for us to have our mini gala ceremony before the gala ceremony.
It's almost like the warm up, you know?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So great how you're keeping everybody still very connected, and a great opportunity as well for any company to get involved and to support. Great for your own brand and to showcase how you really do walk the talk when it comes to caring about these things.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the role models night is purely I would say hosted by one of our local corporate partners. And sometimes it doesn't require that much, it doesn't require a huge budget. It requires a venue, some refreshments, and a nice agenda for a local event. Lightning talks, motivational speeches, it could be hands-on sessions even, something that motivates and inspires us. That's basically it. I think some organizations, especially with what has been happening over the past few months, I think we all know on global level when it comes to diversity inclusion, many forget that it doesn't require much. It doesn't require you to put aside a huge budget for something. If you want to do some meaningful, you can do it very lightly, but it can make much bigger impact than something that invests a lot. That's not making that much of an impact. It's in the small things, honestly. This is something that I have definitely learned.
I totally agree. It's little and often. It's consistency. It's consistently showing up that you care by doing the little things. And the little things are the important things, actually, that matter the most and that keep something sustainable. One thing I love about the gala is it's not just celebrating the winners of these awards. And of course, everybody is a winner at Nordic Women in Tech Awards. But you also have people do talks that are very inspirational too. And you have some very important people who are coming and um, showing their support for what you do. What does the agenda look like for 2025? What can our attendees, audience expect? Can you give any like a sneak peeks?
Just a little bit because the program is not out yet. We have inspiring speakers, surely. We definitely keep the focus and the tradition that we have someone talking about body and mind on stage. That's absolutely a must for us. We have someone who is a researcher within the field of DEI that will walk us through her research over the years about diversity and inclusion within the tech industry. And some of the things are so inspiring that I'm so much looking forward to that one. We have other inspiring speakers that are huge names in Finland that I can't say anything yet. And we have to be confirmed someone very special, let's say from EU, but we leave it there for now.
I just know that the agenda is going to be so powerful, so inspirational, as it always is. You do such a good job of bringing a great balance in, like you say, of like the body and mind piece too, which is so, so important. Tell us about the venue and the capacity. How many people are set to be attending this year?
So I think this is actually going to be the second year where we open it to the public as well. So whoever wants to, even if they're not part of Nordic Women in Tech community, they're more than welcome to enjoy any of the events, not only the gala ceremony, but also side events as well. This is a great opportunity for people to network with our role models. So it's a great chance. The gala ceremony itself will be at the Clarion Hotel Helsinki. It's a brilliantly beautiful hotel and we have everything that is prepared. Every year we call, not only we, last year it was actually called by the locals in Norway the Oscars in the Nordics. So we are keeping this going. I will try to make it as closer to the Oscars as possible, as we always aim for. And the most beautiful part is that as soon as the ceremony is actually over, we're going to have an after party at the rooftop in the same hotel. The view is out of this world, hence Helsinki. So I think join us. This is what I can say. Join us. There's still as well available. We are going to host about 350 people, and they're getting soon sold out. So for those that want to join, we still have a few spots left.
You definitely don't want to miss the Nordic Women in Tech Awards 2025. Not only is it a celebration and a great chance to connect and network, but it's so much fun. The after party is always so good. Everybody can let their hair down and just feel so comfortable around one another. And somebody that you may have met earlier on in the gala, you genuinely feel like you've known them for like years. That's kind of what it feels like when you're at the after party.
Sure, we're having so much fun there every year.
I remember last year, I think like I had like a fitness watch on under my jumpsuit, and it had said that I'd done some kind of like aerobic workout from all the dancing.
It was such a great closure of the day. It was. It was wonderful. Really, really amazing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking so much forward to this event and all the outstanding people that we meet that motivate us every year. We were talking about perfectionism earlier with you. And for me, we never strive for this event to be perfect. We always strive for this event to be authentic and, being authentic and open to everyone saying that, hey, we can't be perfect, we're all volunteers. And it's still, when you go back and check and rewatch even the live streams from previous years, I think we have done better than some paid events where you actually get paid to do something and organize an event. So for me, it's outstanding how what are we capable of when we're so passionate about something. Um so yeah, and also maybe just kind of a note, we mentioned it earlier, but for me, kids and partners are more than welcome. Nordic Women in Tech Awards is open to everybody. We do not limit anyone. This is something that we need to know. And actually, we even encourage our male allies to join us. It's so crucial that we're not alone in this journey. For me, this is a message that I definitely want to send to all our guests. Bring your partners on board, and your kids are more than welcome as well.
That's so important because I do sometimes feel as well that sometimes people don't attend or worry about attending because they're taking a space of someone else, or that they're going to then be the only one in the room. That's not the case. I've been there for 3 years now, and there is always such a variety of people, and it's really wonderful. You see a lot of people's partners coming to support them too, which is also really, really nice and really warming. Who's going to be hosting this year?
Oh, that's a good one. The hosts were just announced actually today. His are the Camila Sultanova. I think you have met her before, and she's is brilliant. She's also based in Finland, and she's also last year's winner of the Lua Ashwells Award category. So we are so, so honored to have her on board. And she's going to be sharing stage with Christian, who is also brilliant mind. We met, he was one of the judges last year, also based in Finland. And, we always like to have some kind of balance when it comes to the hosts. And when I say balance, it's not about gender balance, but it's more about perspectives. So for us, it's important that we everyone brings something to the table, and it's nice to make sure that we bring the best of both worlds, and we have hosts, and they're both not only engaging, but they have this authenticity in them, which is so crucial for Nordic Women in Tech Awards. It's for us, it's like be kind, be authentic, because this is what people value the most.
I hear you. That is so exciting, though. I just know they're going to do a great job. So, yeah, well, the countdown is well and truly on. And for anybody interested in getting their tickets, check the link in the description box below. I will add that there. I'll also add the Nordic Women in Tech Awards website agenda so you can get more of a feel for what to expect. But Plamena, as always, we love to chat. We love to shine a light on Nordic Women in Tech Awards, and we just know 2025 is going to be epic.
It will be, I'm sure, especially when you're coming as well again, Ellie. Bringing always this vibe and encouragement. So we're very much looking forward to it. And we wholeheartedly welcome everyone to join Nordic Women in Tech Awards because we want to celebrate all together, but learn from one another and from our stories, because the most important thing in the world is stories, because people connect with them.
Sharing is caring, right? If you share your journey with someone else, that really, like, I think sometimes, again, some people think, like, who's going to want to listen to my story? I'm not important. I'm not somebody. But actually, your story really can help someone without you even realizing it. So, everyone's story is important. Your story can be inspirational to anybody out there. So, don't be so hard on yourself.
Absolutely. Sharing is caring. You said it earlier. The most, I think you just need to find the most authentic people. That's it. Yeah. But it's not that difficult at Nordic Women in Tech Awards.
I mean, you can look to your left, your right, straight, behind. I don't think you'll have too many problems with that. So anyone who's attending as well, come find me. I'm sure I'll be there with a camera, vlogging something or chatting to someone. Plamena, I know you're always here, there, everywhere. It's very busy for you on the day and the experience, but we really hope to see you all there, and it's going to be great.
Looking very much forward to it already. Can't wait.
Thank you so much, Plamena.
Thank you for having me again, Nelly. It's been a pleasure, as always.